September and October are the most important months of the year when it comes to your fitness, okay? So there are several reasons why. I'm going to go into why in a minute, and I'm also going to give you some easy actionable steps to get you on the right track. But before we go into that, make sure you go to the description and you get your Snatch Starter Kit. Okay, so it's a completely free resource. I send you some workouts, I send you nutrition, some recipes, some mindset stuff, all over the course of an email sequence. So you'll get a little bit at a time over a span of a week. Really great information. So definitely get that. And then also subscribe to the channel and give me a like on the video if you find anything useful. It really does help on YouTube with the algorithm, because half the times none of us know what's going on with it, but we do know some subscriptions and the actual likes help. So please just give your girl some love, okay? So we're gonna get into it. Just in case you don't know who I am, or this is your first time seeing my videos, my name is Tiffany and I am a certified personal trainer, and I'm also a certified nutrition specialist, okay? So this is Snatch Chat, where I'm here to help you lose fat, but not your mind, okay? All right, so let me get into it. I'll also say that this is a chat, and because of that, I have my notes in front of me so that I don't forget anything, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that needs to be said is that September and October are, in my opinion, the two most important months of the year. There are several reasons, and we're going to get into that, but I just want to make it clear that while those 2 months are not associated with fitness as much, most people think about New Year's or summer body, they start thinking about things. These two are the most important, and I'm going to lay out the reasons now, okay? So the first major reason is that nothing is really going on, okay? So we're distracted most times of the year, and most people have things that interfere with their fitness, okay? I have a theory that summer is the worst time for fitness and achieving goals. So the reset after summer, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to go, okay? And then the other thing is that the holidays are coming up. So that September and October, there's really no major holidays. There's not really any super distractions that will get in your way. So like summer, you have all these, barbecues, parties, you have like, any kind of event that you can think of. There's a lot of alcohol consumption, and it just really is a fun time. And then you have the holidays in November and December, which clearly, people kind of go crazy and act a whole fool, okay? So right wedged in between those two is September and October. So you have a month, okay, or 2 months to absolutely get back on track with very little distraction. Okay, the only thing I would say is maybe football starts, okay, if you're a football fan, but other than that, there is plenty of time to reset without a lot of distractions, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is weather, okay? So depending on where you live, of course, this is going to be different, but for most people, the fall cools down. You're not dealing with the summer anymore. The summer can be very, uninspiring, as well as winter. So for summer, it's very hot, and you may not want to do a lot of outdoor activities, or you may not even want to walk to the gym, to be honest. And then in winter, it's completely cold, so there's a lack of motivation there, right? You're definitely not going to want to go out, and you have the luxury of working out at home in both situations, but weather does play an effect. It does make an effect on how we, look at our fitness. So I like September and October because it's mostly cool. It's like the perfect weather to be able to do like an outdoor run, an outdoor walk, or to go to the gym without any stress, or to work out in the house. So in my case, I live in New York, so we don't have like central AC. So we have to kind of deal with the weather, like what it's doing. We have to just adapt to it. So, we have AC. So when it's hot, it's kind of a pain to work out in the heat. So weather does play a huge fact. And I really just love the fact that you can do outdoor activities, okay? Because that really just helps you, switch it up, get something new done, and it's really pleasant, honestly, to just be in nature. And for some reason, the time just passes a lot easier, okay? So that's reason number two. Reason number three, okay, is that it sets you up for a more, not productive, but a better November and December. Okay, so usually with November, December, like we talked about before, you act up a little bit, or not a little bit, but a lot. So the holidays can be very, very challenging for people. What September and October does is if you can master those two and even get back on track way more than you were before, even if it's not perfect, it will set you up to where in November and December, you will at least do better than you would if you didn't do anything in September and October. So there's a different mindset when people get to September and they're like, okay, it's fall and winter here. Like, I'm just going to relax. And then, New Year's, I'm going to get it popping. Okay. So that's a very common mindset, and it is problematic. If you can go ahead and tackle September and October, what will happen is when not Halloween. Halloween, I guess, is the start of it if you're a big candy person. But Thanksgiving and Christmas, by that time, you've already put some habits and some good behavior in place. So when those holidays do come around, even if you are still enjoying and, participating in a little bit of act the fool is what I call it, you're not going to be as bad. And if you are as bad, with the nutrition part, you'll at least go back to doing your workouts. Okay, so it kind of works both ways. You'll likely do better with your nutrition, but even if you don't, you're going to be a lot better off because you're probably not going to wait till New Year's to get back on track, and you're still going to work out. Okay, and then the last reason, which I think is one of the most important, is that by the time New Year's comes, now we know New Year's is the New Year, New Me fix. Everybody's saying that this is going to be their year. By the time that comes, if you start in September and October, you're months ahead. So what this does, it takes you into New Year's, not saying New Year, New Me, but you're already a new you, okay? Because you started months earlier. So you're starting off with an advantage, and specifically a mental advantage, because you know that while everybody else is, saying New Year, New Me because it's the popular thing to do and it's just the typical thing to do, you know that if you get excited about the new year, that you're doing it more as a little boost to already being excited about your fitness journey. So I always do like to say, I'm not saying, the New Year, New Me thing isn't exciting. There is something special about, the new year. I feel it too. It's like, what is this year going to bring for me? But the difference is that you will not be going into it just starting, okay? You will go into it several months in advance so that you don't have to worry as much about falling off the wagon. And that is what most people do when they start in January. So the January stats for how many people actually make it are very dismal. There are different estimates, but it's pretty much predicted that 80 to 90% of people who say they're going to lose weight during the new year, they usually have completely fallen off by March for sure. Most people, it's February, okay? Some people, it's even earlier than that. They only make it a couple weeks in and they're completely done. So, and you could go to the gym and see. If you go to the gym, okay, I do home workouts. But if you go to the gym, and I did used to work at a gym, you'll see it for yourself. If you go to the gym in January, it's completely packed. Every week, though, it gets a little less packed. So the first 2 weeks, completely just crazy. And then you see the whole little, dwindle of numbers. So it definitely is a thing, okay? And so you're putting a defense for not being that person, okay? So those are the 4 reasons. Now, the things you can do, which I definitely recommend these. I just want to make sure I get these right, okay, is The first thing is to reflect on your summer, okay? Take an honest assessment of how you did with your fitness and your nutrition. So when I say fitness, I mean working out. So both of those. And I want you to take notes, okay, and put what went right and what went wrong, okay? Then, after you look at the things that went wrong, okay, you can pick one or two things just to get back on track with at the time, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't go on this crazy, like, I got to get it popping. And then you say, you know, if you haven't been working out, you say, I'm going to work out 5 days a week. And then I'm going to do the water challenge and, of a gallon and all this stuff. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just pick one or two things that you put on your list that were completely out of control. If it was alcohol, then, you know, come up with the limit for yourself that is logical. Don't say I'm going cold turkey. If it was that you weren't getting any workouts in, just set for 2, you know, or set for 2 strength and, you know, 2 cardios or 1 cardio or 1 and 1, whatever you think will get you on track. And then from there, you can build up. Okay, so that is a very simple way to just get it started. Okay, so make the list, check it twice, okay, in the spirit of Christmas, and then pick 1 or 2 things to actually take a little bit of steps on. Okay, so those are the points of the day. As I said, make sure that you go to the description and get your Snatch Starter Kit. It's a completely free resource. It really is good. Again, subscribe to the channel, press like on the video. Other than that, drink well, take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, and I will see you next time.